Top of the morning, everyone. It is May 4th. Touchstones reading from a child of God and a recovering alcoholic addict. Y'all know with the morning coffee. Let's have a moment of silence for those still out there in pain and suffering, please. Thank you. What if the interest of the self were expanded to a God's eye view of the human scene, accepting failure as being as natural an occurrence as success in the stupendous human drama, as little cause for worry and concern as having to play the role of a loser in a summer theater performance. That's from Houston Smith. Detachment is a mature and wise way of dealing with life experiences. It is sometimes difficult because it challenges our maturity. How can we take failure lightly when we have been taught all our lives to be winners and to accept every dare? How can we stand back from a loved one who is anxious and in pain, still be supportive, but not charge as if it were our problem? We can question some of our old ideas. Maybe we were wrong to think we should always be Prince Charming who rescues those in distress. Maybe our ideas about being winners have been compulsions that stood in our way of having true friends. As my perspective is changed, I will get stronger in maintaining a healthy detachment. So I struggled. This is another one of my many character defects. I struggled with it a lot, with detachment, because I'm a fixer, and I was always wanting to fix things, and it was unhealthy for me because I was taking the burden of somebody else's maybe pain or suffering, and I would take it on myself and carry their rocks. You know, they say they carry the rocks of somebody else. I'm trying not to do that anymore. You know, I can be supportive maybe, but not go in and try to be like the Prince Charming or the hero or whatever. Stop. You got to stop. As an alcoholic or addict, one day at a time, trying to survive the day without drinking and drugging, all this other BS that you run into in daily life and things come at you, that's a lot. And then to stay sober on top of it and dealing with it, for dealing with your stuff, why would you even, I'm talking to myself here. Why would you want to take on somebody else's responsibility or pain? I guess you can feel for them, but looking back, it's like I'm talking to myself here. It's like, wow, why would you do that? Because I care. And I have compassion, but you don't have to take on somebody else's responsibilities or pain. It can bring you down. It could lead you to a drink or drug. And I know that once I center myself with, and this is something new that I've done here in the past couple years, is just get centered with the Lord. My higher power, they talk about a higher power in the AA program. Pick one. Mine is Jesus Christ. And He has saved me multiple times and brought me out of addiction one day at a time, and into this new life that he's transformed me into, to have peace and humility. Just it's an amazing life, and I just want to share that. That's what he's done to me, and he can do it for you too. All you have to do is be willing and open-minded to go through it. Start praying. So yeah, my perspective on life has changed tremendously, and I know I will get stronger in maintaining that healthy detachment. I love y'all very much. I hope you have a safe and blessed day. Peace.